So this is a quick self-analysis and self-accountability video. It applies to me and it applies to a lot of other black people in the world. Now, I'm going to talk about mortgages and that, talk about property and making a purchase and that. So I was looking through my emails about a couple of hours ago, whatever, innit? And I was searching for something. Yeah, what I was doing, I was going to go and delete a bunch of emails and that. And I get a lot of emails from this website called My Builder, which I subscribe to, whatever, innit? Boom. So I thought, let me get rid of all those junk emails because I've never once done a job for My Builder. I think maybe one time, but that was years and years ago. I'm talking about like an old 15. So I thought, let me just go and delete all the emails and that because I've got a lot of junk emails in my email inbox. Anyway, came across something from my mortgage broker. And it's called a decision in principle. So let me just load up the definition of decision in principle. Basically, what a decision in principle is, I'm just on my laptop right now. Basically, what a decision in principle is, it just tells you how much you can borrow on it. But let me just get the proper definition. So it says a decision in principle is confirmation from your mortgage lender of how much they're willing to lend you for your mortgage. That's it, basically, innit? Now, the reason why I got my mortgage broker to get me a decision in principle is because I don't want to turn up to no viewings for properties and that, and then put in an offer and then they don't take me seriously, because I had this happen before. So obviously I got this house and then I've got a flat around the corner. That was the first flat that I bought. And I remember when I went to go and view the property, afterwards I made an offer, yeah, for 105,000. And the estate agent asked me for bank statements and that to prove that I had the money. So I was thinking, I was like, all right then, cool. Obviously, this is the second property I've ever purchased or tried to purchase and that. So man thought maybe, you know, other estate agents do things differently and that. Anyway, I thought, nah, this ain't right. So anyway, I phoned up my mortgage broker, innit, and I told him, I was like, yo, this estate agent woman must have said, she wants to see bank statements to prove that I got the money in my account, kind of thing, innit? And he was like, what? He was like, what's her number? Passed the number over and he phoned her and he dealt with her, innit? He said, don't worry about that. You don't need to prove to her how much money you got and that, innit? So anyway, made the purchase, got the property, cool. So from the flat around the corner, now I've got another flat around the corner, and that's my most recent purchase. I purchased that, completed on it in December of 2022, yeah? So before that, when I went to go and view the property and that, I said to myself, let me go and get a decision in principle, because I don't want none of these estate agents challenging, man. For two reasons. Black people were not seen as being the sort of people that buy properties. On top of that, man talk hood, man talk street. So if you've got a set of people that people aren't used to or accustomed to them buying properties and that, and then the person who does look like the sort of people that don't usually buy properties talks hood, talks at the side of his neck and that, hey, put my hands up, that's who I am, that's my fault, call it that, whatever, in it, self-accountability, self-analysis and that. The estate agents, they might not take man seriously. And funny enough, when I did go to view the property and that, the guy was asking me about decision in principle and that, and I made sure I got two. I got one from my mortgage broker and I got one from some random mortgage broker. I made sure I had two. I made sure I came prepared and that. I remember there's a YouTuber, a black man, I think he's from Manchester or something like that. If you're watching that, I used to comment on my videos and that. I can't remember what his name is, innit? And at the same time, I don't want to put words in his mouth to say that he said this, but I remember he was saying, I think it was him, he was saying something along the lines of, if you're a black person, that they don't take you as seriously when you go to buy properties, which is true. I'm not saying it was him that said that 110%, but I remember a black person was saying that. And it is true. But do you know why it's true? And do you know why it's our fault as black people why they don't take us seriously? Because they're not used to us buying properties and that. You see, if I was a young man who was Indian, don't matter what age it is, 21, 22, 29, they will take man seriously. But because black men they're not used to or accustomed to a black man buying property and that, they might think this guy's just on a joke thing. There's some people deluded. They just want to go and view properties and that just so it makes them feel like they're in the game. When they only got £50 in their pocket, you know. There's some idiots out here who have gone to view properties and that, and they don't meet affordability on no metric. They don't meet no metric of affordability in that. They got hardly any money in their account, toppled with flipping credit, bad credit in that, and they don't earn enough money, but they will go and view a property and that. So there's a lot of idiots out here, innit? It's not white people's fault why they don't rate us. It's our fault because we have not got the reputation of property owners and people that go and purchase multiple properties. And whereas if I was some Arab, yeah, if I told one of them like I'm the son of a sultan or something like that, of course they're gonna believe, man. Or if I was some Chinese kid and that, yeah, fresh from Hong Kong looking to buy a property, they will believe, man, because they have a reputation. Or a Jewish person. Imagine I was a Jewish person. They will believe, oh yeah, he's going to have the money and that. Because even if he don't personally have the money, he has people. Yeah, see them Jewish people and that, I would assume they buy properties together, if not on their own. Indian people, the 5 of them, all 5 brothers and that will muck in together and buy a property together, innit? So when white people or people who are based in England or whatever, innit, you come across those people. When estate agents come across those people, they know, okay, these people are going to be serious. Not on an individual basis, but the 5 other people that we've met, yeah, they're serious. So more than likely, the five other people that we met that look like them, they're serious. So this person must also be serious. Just now, I was talking to my girl about the top estate agents in London. So you got Savills, Foxtons, and Knight Frank. These estate agents are the top estate agents. I'm talking about, they sell properties, they sell flats for £1 million in Chelsea. They sell 5-bed townhouses for 1,500, yeah, and then like in certain parts of Notting Hill and them things there, innit, yeah. Them top estate agents and that. And I was looking at it and I was thinking to myself, if I was to phone them up and try and book an appointment or a viewing and that, let's say I put on my best voice or whatever, and I actually went there, them motherfuckers there will probably damn near ask me for a DBS check. They want a police report, let alone a fucking decision in principle, innit? So yeah, the reason why estate agents possibly won't take me seriously and that, it's not just because of the way I talk, it's because black people, we don't have a reputation of buying properties and that. Now, if I spoke to them on the phone, even if I spoke like this, if I told them I've got 3 properties in Northampton already, they would say, okay, this guy's a serious man. Yeah, as opposed to not giving them no sort of information, being black and talking a certain way. So yeah, I put my hands up and say, yeah, certain estate agents and that, if they hear me the way I speak and that, they might not take man seriously and that. But it's possible. A lot of it is to do with being a black man, because black men do not have the reputation of being multiple property owners and that. Yeah? Obviously, they'll believe me if I told them I was a drug dealer, though, innit? Because we have the reputation of being drug dealers and criminals and shit like that. Not all, you know, it is the minority that spoil it for the majority and that, but unfortunately that's the way it is, isn't it? Yeah, man, that's it. That's it for today, man. Stay wise. Done, man.